nobody tougher. There's nobody tougher.
With the number of pursuits that we have seen in the area.
Looks like we got a car chase out of Southern California. I'm going to tweet about it so everybody knows. Looks like the driver's turning. Dramatic U-turn.
These stations out on Edge Drive Channel 1, we have a police chase on a freeway, or now off the freeway, in Los Angeles. So this is KTTV.
Northbound 14, that's what he's going to be doing right here. Very unusual behavior for sure. Now he's making this turn. We're going to be heading back into the acting area, and this vehicle continues on out here. California Highway Patrol probably not expecting that. I know why wasn't it? Very dangerous move for sure. Luckily, there only officer, there was only an officer on that on-ramp there, actually, on-ramp, as he got off the freeway going the wrong way. Right now, though, kind of blending with traffic. This is a different situation. These are people going home. A lot of people live out here in the Antelope Valley. They work down below, so they're going to have a lot of traffic out here, and that's what we're seeing right now. California Highway Patrol jockeying for position out here. They got lights and sirens. This guy doesn't, but still going on.
Just got basically post the Facebook story as soon as it goes live, flush it out. Okay?
So this is in LA, Brian?
It's Los Angeles, Antelope Valley, and domestic violence related pursuit.
Antelope Valley? Yeah. Domestic violence related pursuit is what we're watching, and it's that black car right there.
I'm feeling real slow, yeah.
Pretty calm so far. I need my Andrew here. I don't know where Andrew is. Yeah, it says California Highway Patrol is in pursuit. And again, this was a domestic violence situation. Andrew, I have a car chase in Los Angeles. Do you have a moment? Okay. If it's still going on when you're out, let me know. Okay, cool.
I got an hour in between.
All right. I know you're familiar with these roads.
Really?
All right, you can see that the police are keeping a reasonable distance between the suspect. It's a domestic violence incident out of Los Angeles, California. And again, the California Highway Patrol are in pursuit.
But after that little stunt, now they're saying, hey, you know what? We need to stay behind this guy. He's a danger to the public. He's a danger to himself. So now they're staying here behind him. We're working up a grade right now. This is actually where the hill starts. And we're going to go over this huge grade and drop back down into the Antelope Valley. So cars going a little bit slower. That one going a little bit slower as well. California Highway Patrol right behind them there. Traffic is medium to light. But still, it's enough to get this guy gets distance between those officers and him. Warrants, that's what they wanted. Started out in the Mojave area. Avenue A-ish is where we first heard about this pursuit. And it was county, that's a different county altogether. Their sheriff's department got behind him, ran the play, realized who this person was, wanted to stop him. This guy didn't want to stop him. The pursuit was on. He worked his way all the way down, almost Dolce, and then made that crazy turn right there, got back onto the freeway, now going back north. You never know what these guys are doing. If you're going to guess, California Highway Patrol, you don't want to guess, you just want this guy to stay. Right now, the only helicopter besides us that we know about that's out here is going to be the sheriff's ship. Now, that's going to be a sheriff's from Air 29. The Palmdale, the Antelope Valley area, that's all sheriff's land out there. That's to control that area. So that their helicopter that it was in the Antelope Valley when this started, they saw that, they heard about it in the video. They made their way out there for the protection of the officers who were involved in that. Of course, it's all
Antelope Valley near Palmdale. We know that the California Highway Patrol are in pursuit. They're keeping a reasonable distance. If they zoom out, you can see right now we're pretty tight on the suspect, who is being chased and wanted due to a domestic violence incident.
Off the freeway out here, the sheriff's department's going to end up with it. So it's kind of like they pass this ball around. Right now, though, this car continues on. Haven't seen him make any crazy moves. Haven't seen any danger to the public per se, but still, this guy desperately to get away from officers. That's a problem for any law enforcement. This car needs to stop right now. Continuing northbound as we work our way up through the Vincent Hill area. Soon we'll be dropping down into the Antelope Valley area. It's just like the idea that we thought, hey, it's registered out of the CD Valley area. He's going to CD Valley. How wrong was I with that? He made this big crazy U-turn and he made his way back. So we just don't know. He could be calling loved ones. He could be calling his lawyer. He could be calling a bail guy. Who knows? But right now, he's on the phone, and that's just an added problem. It's got icing on the cake. He's got a lot of other issues that he's going to have to deal with. But northbound 14, he's going about 70 miles an hour. Just got that update. And, traffic for him, and it would have been light. It's always amazing. I make this ride myself. I think nighttime, I don't miss kind of like traffic. California Highway Patrol numbers right behind him right there. As we're working our way, we're just starting to peak over the top here, and we start dropping down. So that's a little bit of a grade. That's the only reason I bring it up. The other vehicles might be hitting brakes, trying to slow down. This guy might not. So that could create an issue. Right now, though, this car just keeps holding on to that center lane, 70, 75 miles an hour. California Highway Patrol lights.
Any update on the location, Brian?
Overhead, making the calls, helping these guys out. This guy just continuing on northbound 14. We're going to be coming up on Pear Blossom. Pear Blossom doesn't seem like he's making any effort to get off, so we're going to be staying on the 14. As far as we know, only person in the vehicle. We've been kind of peeking in the windows. When we earlier on, we got that really tight shot. We couldn't really see in the back seat, but we do believe.
And again, if you're just joining us, we are currently in Antelope Valley near Palmdale. It's a domestic violence situation that started this car chase. The California Highway Patrol currently are actually dramatically behind the suspect, but you can't see that right now because we're zoomed in so tight. But you'll see that they are following, but not very closely. We are going to continue to bring you this coverage, and hopefully we can bring you the coverage from start to finish.
He's just kind of doing his thing.
All right, now we're in Acton, California. Does he have someone else in the car with him, Brian? Speeds are peaking at 110 miles per hour. The pursuit started in Kern County.
Right now, though, we're continuing on northbound 14. We pressed it. We're going to start dropping down the next off ramp. The next chance that it's going to get is going to be Avenue S, which is also going to be.
Tim says they have so many ways of stopping him, but never do. I think that it's safety that they're concerned with. But thank you for watching, Tim. Thanks for your feedback. Still in the Palmdale area. Again, this is a domestic violence situation. I was trying to ask a coworker if they could see anyone else in the car. Domestic violence situation that started in Kern County. Speeds have peaked to 110 miles per hour. Now we're in Acton, California, but it's still in the Palmdale area.
Copy you on 2. I hear you loud and clear on 2. I have my mic up at
All right, it says now we are near Lake Palmdale. The suspect is seen reaching around the vehicle, is what is currently being overheard.
Juan, Sandy, I have to apologize if you heard some of that. We're having issues hearing you. Apparently our signal's nice and strong.
California Highway Patrol pulling ahead, discussing a pit. We believe the pit maneuver is what they used yesterday during our Phoenix chase, which rolled that truck and actually ejected the suspect. But we will see how this ends. Joe Foley, who watches us a lot from the UK, says a cul-de-sac ending, which is something we deal with a lot in Los Angeles, California. When they get into those neighborhoods, they typically find their way into a cul-de-sac and are forced to jump out of the car and run, which never ends well. Absolutely never ends well. They always end up face planted in the concrete, arrested and caught once it goes on foot. But no, Joe Foley, we are on a freeway. We're I see he's coming up on Palmdale Boulevard. Again, 110 miles per hour the suspect peaked at, and this started as a domestic violence issue in Kern County.
This continues on out here northbound 14 freeway. Center lane is what we're doing. Haven't seen him try to get off any of the exits. California Highway Patrol still behind him out here. They are trying to set up something. They may be trying to stop this
And again, this is in the LA area. If you're watching us, if you're a local Fox 10 News Now viewer, typically we carry live local content, but we take national content as well. We are 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. with breaking news from all over the globe. But primarily we try to focus on Phoenix. We had that insane chase yesterday in Phoenix where the man jumped out of his truck and assaulted a man on a motorcycle trying to steal his motorcycle. Well, he was later, there was a pit maneuver done on him and he was ejected from the vehicle, and he is currently being hospitalized. No life-threatening injuries. Currently, this suspect's speeds are about 65 to 70 miles per hour, but he has peaked at about 110 miles per hour. We are still in the Palmdale area, but it started in Kern County, and this is a California chase.
Not that much traffic ahead of us, but it continues on out here. We're going to be getting the next major is going to be one of the lettered off ramps, probably going to be M. And, it's basically runs backwards. So, A is where it started. We're at M right now. We're going to have to work our way about 23 exits to work our way back over to where this thing started. This continues on out here. That one unit right there, that one California Highway Patrol, he is really kind of antsy. They are pit maneuver certified. They probably won't do it because of these high speeds out here. They have other things that they had in their bags. Other units maybe not been in the right place at the right time. So it's just it's just luck of the draw for this guy right now. You got to wonder though, that little car, I mean, it probably gets good gas mileage. Got to wonder how much gas he had in there, how good of a shape it's in. It's good enough to go 70, 75 miles an hour for a little bit. Made that crazy turn, and that's one of the reasons why we're keeping a real eye on this car. Was almost in that center lane. He kind of moved over.
Officers consider several factors during a pursuit like this: the road conditions, how much traffic there is, what speed the suspect is going, if there are any weapons inside the vehicle, if he's been seen with any weapons, which is why they made note earlier that the suspect had been seen moving things around in their car. They are constantly being evaluated throughout the process of a car chase. It will determine how actively they pursue, or if they use things such as a pursuit intervention tactic or pit maneuver to spin out the vehicle, or whether they use spike strips. Something we've seen all of those used here on Fox 10 News now when we cover these car chases. People are actually referring to this as a slow speed chase. However, it looks like the suspect's going about 65, 70 miles per hour. And we saw it earlier, the suspect was going as fast as 110 miles per hour. It started as a domestic violence incident in Kern County, and now we are in the Palmdale area of California watching the suspect as California Highway Patrol follow not too far behind.
It's just kind of moving along out here. This person driving this vehicle, they want him to stop. California Highway Patrol right behind him, a number of other officers behind that officer, and they aren't doing any kind of blocking. They're not moving out any of the traffic. There are some cars there on the side of the road. Not sure what that was all about. I was seeing that out the window as well. But this continues on out here. Number one lane right now. Traffic's starting to really separate, though, Juan and Sandy, between him and the last car that he could pass. So that maybe they'll be able to do something with that. But we pass on-ramps, and when we hit those on-ramps, other people start getting on the freeway. And, so we are going to see what happens out here. If they use spike strips, let's say they're going to use...
I feel like when you are in a situation like this, and yesterday's car chase, he was going in a million different directions, cutting through traffic, cutting people off, driving on the side of the freeway. He was very bizarre and erratic. This driver doesn't really seem to have a plan. So it does feel like they might catch him much faster than they caught yesterday's driver of the white truck. They inevitably utilized a pit maneuver, sent him all the way across the median, rolling his truck. He was ejected from the vehicle, and I believe he still tried to get up and escape police officers and was shot at. That was yesterday's chase. So we'll see how this ends, but I do feel like he's limited as to where he can go. We don't see him trying to exit anywhere. It kind of seems redundant, and I don't think he's got a plan.
California Highway Patrol guy is always kind of creeping up on him right there. Kind of wonder what that plan is. If they did try to pin him at these speeds, it would be very dangerous. It's an extremely light car. We don't know the shape of the tires. So they probably know. They don't want to injure anybody, including the suspect. So right now they're just kind of following along lights and sirens, trying to get this guy to stop. You understand that they may.
You are seeing some, additional traffic on this freeway, but they seem to be pulling aside or slowing down, trying to stay out of the fray.
Honestly, I was just looking out the window while over the shot, trying to look out the window, get an idea, because I'm kind of wondering if we can do a traffic break or try to get some of that other traffic off the road. Not seeing that, not seeing it's not happening. I just don't have it in my sight. I just passed over K right now, and this is basically a little bit more, about 1, 2, 3 miles. 3 miles a day is really nothing out here until we get to the Mojave area. But there is a light traffic on the freeway this afternoon. He's kind of starting to favor that right-hand lane, which kind of makes me wonder maybe he's going to want to try to get off the freeway. We've seen him do it earlier, but he's passing on this one as well. We're going to be continuing on out here. California Highway Patrol behind him in force, and one officer from the original agency, that the deputy from Kern County, that wants to basically take this guy into custody when it started in their jurisdiction. Right now, though, continuing on, freeway speeds, California Highway Patrol, number of vehicles right there, not that much ahead of them. And this just kind of continues on. We're going to try to get a better shot of him. We have that opportunity right now. He's opened the window, he's closed the window.
Again, this is a domestic violence incident out of Kern County in California, Southern California. We've been watching for the last 10 minutes, probably. Let's see. 20 minutes. It's been a 20-minute car chase so far. Passing Avenue K on northbound 14. Started as a domestic violence incident, now in the Lancaster area. Started in Kern County, domestic violence incident. Now he's in the Lancaster area. It's a male suspect. We do not believe anyone else is in the car with him. They've been concerned because they've seen some movement in the car, him reaching around in the car. And we were talking earlier about how they need that information and they utilize that information when trying to determine how they're going to stop the suspect, and other factors like road conditions, how much traffic there is, the speed the suspect is doing, and they utilize that information to determine whether they use a pit maneuver or spike strips, or how they intervene to stop the car chase. You can see the California Highway Patrol are keeping a pretty gracious distance from the suspect, and the suspect's currently going 65 to 70 miles per hour, but has peaked at going 110 miles per hour earlier in the chase. And Tim was commenting earlier saying they should just use a pit maneuver, but I'm sure that they're determining and evaluating based on that moment, that second, how to stop him. We don't know what's going on in the officers' minds, but I trust that everything will work out. Still north on the Fit 14, coming up on Avenue 1. And our video keeps pausing. I apologize. This is via satellite from Southern California, our Fox affiliate. So I apologize. Thanks so much for your patience. Again, male suspect, domestic violence, started in Kern County, Southern California, peaked going 110 miles per hour, and we are waiting to see how the officers intervene. You can see that California Highway Patrol right there behind him. Not a lot of other cars on the freeway, though. And look, everybody's just kind of pulling over. What? Interesting. Here we go. Are you just going to give yourself up? Yeah, hands in the air. Oh, do not. Do not! Here we go. They did. Can I say that, Brian? Brian, can I say that? Well, I'm just going to say it anyway. I don't know if I'm allowed to. But they had attempted spike strips. And apparently they didn't work. The suspect is just giving up. Oh my goodness, give us that visual. They're considering this a high-risk stop. Discretion is advised, although he does seem to be just giving himself up. Discretion is advised. We are watching this live with you. We're all saying this together at the same time. So police, before, I get these little notes that I'm not supposed to repeat until they come to fruition. But we knew that they were going to attempt the spike strips earlier on. When that didn't work, they were then going to pursue the pit maneuver, but it looks like the suspect just gave up and they didn't have to go that far. Don't know if he ran out of gas or what, because towards the end of the chase, he slowed down dramatically. So we don't know if it was he just ran out of gas and he just realized, I'm stuck, or what. But please give me my aerials back. Is this real life? All right, we lost the aerials. That was a car chase out of Palmdale, Southern California. Suspect just gave up, and everyone is safe, thankfully. Much different from yesterday's car chase that ended in a rollover, and the suspect was ejected from the truck. We're going to go back to Donald Trump. This is Trump in Palm Beach, and we were watching this